Imagine him just being your buddy. Like you, like
Right?
think about the people that maybe played that board game with him when they were younger and they didn't end up like in a void. Do you think like he ever had a friend that played that game
Right?
with him?
Oh, that game would be lit.
You
I would
would-
totally play it with him.
Well, unfortunately, you cannot. Well, actually, I bet you probably could because with the way AI is going right now, and them being able to recreate characters and
Hologram.
stuff. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're talking about doing that with like dead people and stuff for their cemeteries and everything, where you could go and you could like literally have a conversation with like a person. Like, imagine you got a loved one, right? And you go to visit them at the cemetery, but some like random person would also always visit them, so they have learning capabilities, right? Their AI, everybody in the family shares their memories, shares their experiences, shares stuff. It watches videos. If they have videos, it learns mannerisms, learns all this shit. And then like you got just this random Joe, he comes over. His grandma is right next door, and he starts talking to like your grandpa and grandma, and they're kind of like hanging out. And now grandpa is learning stuff about Joe, and you go to visit grandpa, and he's like, dude, I really think you'd hit it off with Joe. Like, Joe's a really good guy. And like now he's talking to you. The AI, like, oh, what would you do? Would you meet Joe, or would you be like, Grandpa, I have a boyfriend, and you tell him all about your German warden nurse? Yeah. Like, what would you do? Like, do you sit down? Like, I guess, do you sit there and you talk to like the AI, or do you get weirded out like at that, like that you're having a full conversation with Grandpa and he's telling you about somebody who exists in your present world?
That would be pretty trippy, I think, actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really know what to feel at that point.
Potentially, somebody could play that game with Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, honestly, they could create that game. They could run a magnet. They could run a magnet underneath in a little mechanism, and they could simulate you playing that game with Jeffrey Dahmer. They could bring him into play through AI. It could be an app that you link with, right? Or just it's just built into the thing. You got to charge it up, do the batteries and stuff, and they have AI Jeffrey Dahmer, and you're playing that game with him, and his piece is moving like he's there with you.
That would be awesome, except I might get pissed off at him and then end up strangling him, being like, you bitch, you killed all those people.
Yeah, but he's not even there. So in essence, are you strangling yourself? Like, who are you strangling? What are you, like, do you put something in, like,
my hair, I guess.
Yeah, do you get weird and like get a Jeffrey Dahmer cutout and like you're like, I'm playing with him, and now everybody comes over and like Rock's just got a Jeffrey Dahmer cutout hanging out?
Maybe one of those realistic dolls, those sex dolls, except for Dahmer.
So you're gonna spend like $3,000 and get yourself a Dahmer sex doll to strangle?
So I can strangle him and chop him up.
Yeah.
And then feed it to himself.
Yeah, and then you send it back, and you're like, there's something wrong with my Dahmer. Like, he made me do weird things to him, and like I had to send him back.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it'd be crazy. I think like you land in the void. Like I think I'd honestly be scared. Like if I landed in the void, I think I'd honestly be scared. I think like the AI is gonna be out to get me.